Story time about when I went to the temple and a therapy update as well. So I went to therapy for the first time with trying a new modality, and I chose to go to the temple right after because I think I knew deep down that I would be frazzled, and even on the way there I was. And I was frazzled before and after for obvious reasons. We had to talk about some of the hardest things that I've been through in my life, in order to have like a starting point with EMDR. And afterward, I decided to go to my last temple to finish my temple goal, which was the Provo City Center temple. I saved that one for last because I knew it would be a favorite based off what others were saying. So I saved that one for last. So I finished my temple goals. So yay. So post on that to come. But while I was there, I was frazzled and I just came for peace. Like I was feeling like I had a hard day and I just wanted to run to my dad's house and have him comfort me. And that's how it felt. Like I just wanted to fall at his feet and cry. And when I was there, I knew I was gonna cry. And when you know you're gonna cry, you don't want to be seen. But I was in a public place, so I said a prayer while I was like getting dressed, and I said, "Help me to be invisible for those who don't need to see me." But then at the end of the prayer, I said, "But for those who do need to see me and could help me, or if I can help someone else, I'm okay to be seen." So it's kind of an interesting prayer. Like, I'm okay to be seen by some, but for the most part, help me be invisible as I bawl my eyes out during this session. So when I was in my session, I didn't cry as much as I thought I would, but I still felt very frazzled. And at the end of my session, during my session, I did feel a different type of like peace. I tried really hard to like focus more on the work itself than me during all of that, in order to kind of choose to serve in that moment instead of thinking about all of my pain and all of the things I'm going through. So I think that like that's what service is. It's good to get yourself out of your own way sometimes. Okay, so that's what I was doing. But after the session, I was still feeling pretty down, and I realized that I looked like I'd been crying, but it was probably noticeable. And I was passing this guy in the hallway, and I didn't know him whatsoever, and he went to give me a high five, and he gave me a high five in the temple, and I was like, wow, like that random act of kindness like meant so much. Like, it sounds so dumb, like when people say, oh, a smile matters and the little things matter. Like, it doesn't matter until you need it. Like, it's like you think it doesn't matter until you need it. Let's just put it that way. So this man like giving me this small gesture of like a high five, it actually really boosted my spirit. Like, I went into the dressing room and just kind of like laughed about it. Like, I thought, like, it just lifted my spirits, and I thought, what a cool guy. So if you're that guy that was at the Provo City Center temple last night, like, you're awesome. Thank you for giving me a high five when I clearly was looking down. So shout out to Provo City Center guy, okay? I don't know if he even has a TikTok, but if you do, I hope this gets back to you. And then I get dressed and I just started tearing up again. And it's just, you know how it goes when you're like, have to dredge up some hard things from the past. And a temple worker stopped me named Gerda, and shout out to freaking Gerda, because she is also such a sweet soul. So she saw me crying. She stopped and just hugged me. Like, her and I embraced for a solid at least 2 minutes. With a stranger, that's a long time, but we really fully embraced, maybe even 3 minutes. Okay, it was sweet. And then she proceeded to tell me this beautiful story about her, and I told her that I had gone to therapy and things were hard, and she told me this beautiful story about letting go. And that I am in this place in my life where I am trying to like fully let go of certain things. So it was beautiful. She talked about how she lost like her dream home, and that she went to go visit the dream home that she had lost through a tragedy, and she realized that the people who moved in were young and hip and redid all the things. And then she saw a dead bird on the sidewalk, and she went to go bury it in like the side yard because it was just sad to see it dead and laying on the cement. And she said when she buried it, God told her, like, you do not want to come back here. It's not the same home anymore. It's not your dream home anymore, and you can let go now and find a new dream home. Anyway, so Gerda told me this beautiful story about moving on and burying the bird and realizing that she didn't need to go back to her old home in order to be happy. And anyway, it's like she was just comforting me. I mean, in reality, like, her story, it was like her just taking the time to like share with me and hug me, just her taking the time to give me some compassion is what really meant the world to me. Like, the story was sweet too, but it was her taking the time with a stranger. And she said, I felt prompted to get up and hug you. And I'm like, you did the right thing, Gerda. You did the right thing. Like, she was such a sweetheart. But she proceeded to tell me that she had never been married, and she just has her cats, and like, she's very familiar with loneliness, but she told me about how she's found joy in the journey, and she was very inspiring. And so, love you, Miss Gerda, and thank you to Provo City Center Boy for being kind and giving me that high five. The little things really do matter, and being kind really does matter, even the little things.